But yeah. Oh, I got a question for y'all because I know I ain't hear one of y'all say anything about anything. DEI. How do y'all feel about it? And guess what? I want my dog, the light-skinned, the khaki-colored Negro, the waffle-colored dude, the red, yellow bone in the middle. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, the dude in the middle. I want the dude in the middle to go first.
Your yellow bone.
Yeah, the yellow bone. Skin bone, we got yellow bone.
Manila color folder.
Manila, that's the one right there. The Manila color, I got one. Manila yellow color folder. Yeah, well, I don't know what I just said. That's what he said. But yeah, we're gonna go with you first. What you feel about it? How you feel about it?
When I first learned about it, I was like, okay, I get it.
What, DEI?
Yeah. I was like, okay, I get it. There was a time where people were being refused certain opportunities from education, from work, from loans or whatever the case, simply because of how they look, their skin color. That was accurate for those times, I think. And I think now DEI is, in a lot of cases, in far too many cases, is being used as an excuse for inadequacy to still be accepted. So, for instance, a lot of people are looking for, think they should be awarded opportunities solely because of how they look versus whatever it is that they've accomplished, whatever educational accomplishments that they've made. So, as it pertains to now, I know that this is a whole lot of conversation about it in social media, especially on my YouTube sphere, my YouTube algorithm. But as it pertains to now, I think it's an excuse for someone to be inadequate and still be accepted.
Okay. What you think about it, Jerry?
So with the DEI, I guess maybe what I'm confused about, we don't still. Did they stop affirmative action, or this has nothing to do with that?
I'm not sure 100%. I can look it up while we're talking.
Yeah, because that was one of the things I was confused about. But as far as DEI, you saying how do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I guess you're gonna see what companies is really
rocking with you or not.
Yeah, really rocking with you or not. What I kind of also didn't understand, and maybe somebody in the cloud could clarify, is like from what I heard is that they didn't have to really say who was hired DEI or not. So how would you know? Right? Like, so they randomly, hey, we're going to push this back and people get, fired or laid off? Is that a possibility?
You mean for them to be replaced with somebody that would be a DEI hire?
That wouldn't be a DEI hire. So the people now, right, if they pushed it back, do they get fired?
Oh, because they was hired.
They were a DEI hire.
Yeah.
So if they change it now, do they get fired? Oh.
Do they get fired? And if they get fired, how would they have known that they were a DEI hire? Like, is that something that's the company had, written down or, next to your name? Me, Jay, every day, DEI hire.
I'm thinking the same thing. Be humble. I agree with that. I think the same thing.
I think the only people that complain about DEI are the people that don't benefit from it.
What you say? What?
The only people that complain about DEI are the people that don't benefit from it.
So you talking about like white folks?
Or okay, let me rephrase. That can't benefit from it. The only people that complain about it are the people that can't benefit from it. So, I mean, to what J.V. Day was just saying, how would somebody know that they were a DEI hire? You can look at the first thing that comes to mind when we say DEI is skin color. For me, do we agree with that, or
skin color?
Skin color specifically, right?
Off the dribble, yeah.
So, if you get hired somewhere, and everywhere around you, as a black person, and everybody around you is white, there's a possibility that they might have been trying to fill a quota. Would you know for sure? Maybe somehow it'll get leaked out in a company. Maybe somebody will spill something unintentionally. But
I think it's plenty of DEI hires and people when they got chances in the NFL to be head coaches. I can name one. I can name one specifically, like Mike Tomlin.
He was a DEI. He been that coach for.
But I know, but it's like a Rooney Rule. It's called a Rooney Rule. Like they gotta they gotta interview, like I think it's a black person or some type of other than white. They have to interview him, and he went in there. And he blew the interview away. So that's how he got the job.
Yeah, I mean, but he's also been successful in, doing the job. So,
but he never would have got the opportunity if they would never had the Rooney Rule. And it came from the Steelers, who where he at.
Right. So that's what I'm asking. Is it DEI? Is that different from affirmative action?
No, I think it's the same thing.
So
I think affirmative action. I mean, and I'm open to being educated about it, but I think affirmative action is just DEI specified for black people.
I think DEI only affects really white males. I mean, honestly. I mean, that's what I kind of gather from the whole thing. Because white women can benefit from it. White gay males can benefit from it. But as far as white straight males, let me clarify that. I think they're the only ones who
don't benefit from it. Right?
Don't benefit from it.
Yeah, that's true. I could agree with that.
I can agree with that too.
But I think there has to be more. There should have been more transparency as far as if you got hired, you got hired as a DEI. Because I feel like anybody could, hey, you doing a poor job. We can go ahead and get rid of this nigga. He's we couldn't say he's a DEI.
Oh, so you're saying
because you don't know who's who.
Companies could use that as an excuse to
exactly.
fire people.
Right.
Okay.
Especially when companies are, if your state is probably at will, your company.
You say at will?
Yeah, they get rid of you.
At will. Okay.
Yeah.
Just not a union, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but they just get rid of you. And
just make up some shit to get rid of you.
Essentially, as long as it kind of falls within the parameters of, not so they don't get sued. Yeah, we go ahead and get rid of him. So you never know, you might fall in the DEI.
I think if there is a specific practice of a specific practice of DEI in terms of people only being hired for merit, that wouldn't take away current employment status. So it's basically like from here on out, we're only hiring people based off of merit, based off accomplishments.
But I think,
if a company does fire somebody because they were a DEI hire, then that person could turn around and sue potentially that company for discrimination. No.
Discrimination is one thing that's very hard to prove.
And that's what I
one of the things that's very hard to prove.
So, Ma, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about it? Because
I think it's needed, and I think it's needed because you can say that it's been taken far. Do it probably need a little bit of tweaks? Yeah, probably everything needs tweaks. Everything needs tweaks to to get the fine print out of it, to get the kinks out of it, to get people from taking advantage of it and all that. Yeah, everything. Because when you first bring something up, you don't go and think about everything you do. You just doing this to get people to shut the fuck up, really, basically. So do I think it's needed? Yes. I don't think it should be, discarded with, because a lot of people and a lot of great people have got hired with DEI. You feel me? So for you to say, oh, people getting this on their merit, but if they didn't have DEI, a lot of people wouldn't even be hired or even looked at, and they more than qualified. So you can't say just because I know you heard the saying, we have to be, just to get a position to get ahead, we have to be 10 times as better than the next motherfucker. That is a true statement. It's not like motherfuckers made this out of thin air and just brought this out of thin air. That's true. We have to be 10 times as good and 10 times as clean too. We can't have no skeletons in no closet. They can't come bring up stuff about us and nothing like that. I eat Barack Obama, even though he half. If Barack Obama had any type of dirt on him, would he have been president? Any. He couldn't have not a thing. He couldn't have no side babies. He couldn't fuck no chicks. He couldn't do nothing. That man had to be perfect. So for you to sit up here and say, no, it shouldn't be no DEI, nah, I'm not rocking with that. I can't rock with you on that. I think it should be. Do it need some tweaks? Yes, it should have some tweaks or something in it. But I can't sit up here and say that, oh, just because I'm good, I'm still going to get the fair shot. No, I'm not. I'm not going to get the fair shot.
But the issue with the practice of DEI is as far as that cultivate. What's up, cultivate? What's good?
Cultivate. What's going on? Salute.
Was good.
But one of the main issues, the primary issue for me with DEI is people being subpar in whatever their attributes are, whatever their accomplishments are, but still thinking that they deserve the same opportunities as somebody that actually exceeds.
And I can understand that, but telling you that you need to cut the whole thing out just because somebody found a loophole in the system, no. I think you need to fix the loophole. I'm not sitting up here saying you need to cancel it all the way out and just fuck away with it, period. No, everything has loopholes. Everything has, like Jerry Day said all the time, I'm not mad at somebody because you found a loophole in the system. We need to fix the fucking system. And don't you say that all the time? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to throw that away because people found loopholes and people find everything to go and tweak this and do this and try to escape. That's what people do all the time. People do that on video games. They try to find something. It's not cheating, but it's like on the verge of cheating. But you just said we said we can use it. Yeah, exploiting.
And I don't have a problem with exploiting. You found something that the system couldn't properly correct or whatever. Yeah. You exploited it. It is what it is. Now it's up to the system to go ahead and catch up.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that DEI should be gone with totally no. Hell no. But it should be tweaked. Can we agree to that? I ain't going to say we can agree to that because I don't care what you should your opinion. I can't change your opinion. But I'm saying should it be tweaked? Yeah. I get what Spaces is saying, like, you got a lot of people thinking they're entitled to the shit. Yeah. That's what you're saying, right? Mm-hmm. So I can understand that. So, but I'm saying it should be tweaked. We should tweak it so it can get to do what it's supposed to do. Because it has put a lot of people in position that when it regularly got that position, that's more than qualified. That's 10 times better as qualified. Like I said, us as black folks got to be 10 times is more better than the average white person, though, bro.
I think. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that. I also feel though, if it isn't really beneficial to a white person, or not white people, but maybe the company at large, like they got to see some real benefit to probably have you as a CEO, COO, CFO, whatever, and because they will cut their nose, to spot their face. Yeah. Like they don't really give no fuck about that DEI shit. They'll put you in a position. You remember what was it? The Wayans brothers where they had Sean. He was like sharpening pencils.
I didn't watch a whole lot of Wayans brothers.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
But he was in an executive role and he was just sharpening pencils. Yeah. And then one of the guys, one of the top executive guys said, "Why rock the boat?" You know what I'm saying? You getting paid to do this, which is sharpen pencils. But I think they may fill quotas and may not put you in a position that not a meaningful position as well. So if we could get a chance to, we had time, I'd like to run down some of these executive orders that President Trump has.
You know your boy coming with that. You know he got that coming. You know he got that coming.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know.
He gonna hit the inauguration. That's gonna be boring. He gonna hit that. Then we're gonna go into that to the.
Let's go into the exciting shit. Niggas like to be excited.
Yeah. I don't want to go.
We only got 5 viewers. It was 7 now. Niggas got. I guess they thought we was boring.
Yeah.
Let's see. Be Humble going crazy in the chat. Let's see. He said, y'all on the CPT today? We talked about that already. Be Humble said DEI doesn't have anything to do with inadequate. Yes, white folks space have to clean it up for the. No, what you were saying, Ma, he just reminded me. You said if there's a system and somebody exploits the system, then fix the system.
Yeah.
The issue is that's not how it works with people. When people people exploit the system changes, and people find a new way to exploit the system.
But that's going to be with everything. You got to fix that part too. It's going to always be fixing.
And that's the issue. Instead of constantly dedicating time to trying to fix something that people are going to continue to exploit, just get rid of it.
So we're going to get rid of it. Now you ain't going to have as many black CEOs and all this stuff now.
I'm going to tell you where they don't do that at, right? So let's talk about cyber. You got hackers, and you got the people that, the hackers are the same people that make the security systems.
Facts.
So you go back and forth all day where the people they're hacking security system, they're not getting rid of security systems.
Yeah, and then what they do, they hire you.
Right.
Oh, you broke in this shit? You're going to spend a couple years in jail, but now you're going to come work for us, and we're going to pay you a large amount of money.
Yeah, you just got to revamp the stuff.
That's all they're doing is auditioning and interviewing. You hacking this shit to interview for that position that's going to come up. So I can't say, like I said before, I can't say get rid of that system because then that takes a whole bunch of people out that really deserves the opportunity just because it's few. But it's really a lot of people that, worked their whole life and did all this stuff and they can't, get the position or even get an interview because motherfucker color their skin half of the time.
If a place of employment doesn't know a person's skin color just off of the application.
Absolutely, it answers on there. Race is part of the application.
Oh, it does. You're right. You're right.
Shit.
So be humble because he's my personal contrarian, even though he's wrong most of the time. But
so he's wrong, but you're right.
He said that's not the case. What I said when I talked about a lot of people, and it's not all encompassing, right? I purposefully say a lot of people. I said a lot of people use DEI as an excuse for them to be inadequate, but to still be on the same level as somebody who has a lot of accomplishments behind them. He said that's not the case. Spaces. What? How is that not the case? He just want to be a contrarian to me. That's cool. We got it. We got it though.
I can't say somebody wrong just because they don't agree with me.
So, but that isn't. Am I tweaking? I said a lot of people. Like if he said that's not the. If I said.
No, a lot is
all
cool.
people.
A lot is cool.
If I say everybody who is trying to benefit from DEI is inadequate, and they're trying to compare themselves to people who are not inadequate, then if he said that's not the case, then I'd be like, you're right. I'm saying a lot of people because that's how it is.
Let me tell you something about Be Humble. Okay, Be Humble. You got DHPX. He trolls the chat, and Be Humble trolls you. So there it is.
He said, I've been brainwashed. Okay. Cultivate said, blessed, waiting on my daughter to make these birria tacos.
Birria tacos. Oh, yeah.
She said, I'm on my big back ish.
You mashing?
Latina? She a senorita. She a senorita.
Cultivate said, DEI is nothing compared to what's to come. May God cover us.
Me llamo J every day. ¿Y tú?
And you?
¿Tú hablas inglés?
Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, but no, I think.
Get my Google Translate out. My bad.
Oh, by the way, you asked earlier, has affirmative action been taken away?
Yeah.
Said, let me show the people.
Right, it's replacing DEI. So that's what replaced. Okay.
The Supreme Court ruled in June 2023 to end race-based affirmative action in college admissions.
Okay, just college admissions.
College admissions. So, you said light-skinned brothers, I tell you.
Real quick before you go in, I just couldn't imagine a company, right, when it comes to, again, CEO, these top positions, hiring somebody, even if they were black or LGBT or whatever, that they would hire somebody that's not beneficial to them. So even if they hire them even if it was DEI, like they had to be beneficial to them. Yeah. I couldn't see them putting the person in like, okay, well, shit, nigga, we need our quota, so we just gonna get this nigga and don't know what he doing. Like you're gonna have to get somebody that's qualified.
And that's my point.
But with DEI, is DEI you just have to interview them or you have to hire them?
I would think it's higher.
I thought it was just you had to get the opportunity to just go in there and try to get hired. I didn't think you had to, you got to hire a black person. You got to hire a gay. You got to hire this.
That's what affirmative action was, right? It's based on who the amount of black people in particular were in these colleges.
Right.
But you still have
the
it's not just black people, though.
Well, I'm just specifying.
Okay, all right.
But that's why I said black people in particular.
But don't you still have to go out for the interview and woo them to get what you need, though, right? It's just that, I'm black, I'm for to go in here and I'm for to get it. No, I didn't think that, right?
Well, that's what I hear personally myself. Hear a lot of people saying.
What? That you just black, you just got the job. And you think that's right?
Me?
No, you. So they told you DEI means Jay every day is black, he going to get the position.
No, because this is a predominantly white company,
yeah.
I'm black, I'm going to practice DEI, and I'm going to use DEI as an excuse for this place to hire me.
Okay, but you still, but I get that. I'm understanding what you said on that. But you still have to go to the interview and get them to hire you. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You're saying, what I'm taking from what you're saying is that, okay, I'm going to exploit DEI. I'm going to go in here and say I want to work here. And they say, okay, you're black, you're working here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think you're saying.
I don't know personally if that happens, but I do know that, like take the military, for example.
Mm-hmm.
To be more inclusive to certain types of people, the military had to lower its standards and lower whatever it is that they require people, whatever standards they require people to meet, so more people can be in the military.
But you still have to pass the requirements. That's what I'm saying. It just ain't just, oh, we're going to lower them, so you're going to be picked. No, but you still have to, even though we lowered say out of 100, you got to take a test. We will require you to make a 95, but we're going to lower it to 85.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you still got to make an 85 to get in.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, it's what I hear as a practice of DEI is I got a 65 and I still deserve this opportunity as the 85 and the 95.
And they just hire you because you got the 65.
Because you got 65. Because they have a racial, sexual background, a religious quota to fill. Even though they say that religion in particular doesn't matter.
I don't know. I got to look more into that because I don't think that's probably true.
Like I said, I think what would be fair is to show that who was a DEI hire, right? Just because we have whoever the CEO of Netflix or whatever, and they happen to have be black or female or whatever. You need to have so people can see this was a DEI hire, right? Because when shit go bad. If it was going good, you wouldn't know if they were a DEI hire. So when shit go bad, now all of a sudden this is a DEI hire.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're kind of in this space where we don't know who's a DEI hire, and that becomes the issue. Maybe the company just was hiring people at that time. Yeah, they were just hiring people. Hey, you know what? It's a job fair, or hiring people, whatever. They got hired, but now the shit kind of going to, the chicken's coming on the roost. Now it's like, or not the chicken's coming on the roost, wrong thing, but, shit's going bad. And now it's, they was DEI hire.
And that's specifically, I agree with that. It's like, okay, specifically. Let's
Brandon Johnson. That nigga's a DEI hire. I mean, I get it that we voted for, or people voted for him, not me. But I'm just saying, if this was the corporation, right? Chicago was the corporation, you wouldn't know that he was a DEI hire. You wouldn't know. But shit going bad, now all of a sudden.
It's his fault. It's the DA fault.
Yeah, the city of Chicago would be the company. It's like, oh, well, he was a DEI hire.
He a DEI hire, and he scored the 60 that Spaces was talking about.
But we wouldn't know that.
If it was going well. That 60 got this shit going well.
Right. If it was going well, he wouldn't be no DEI hire. But if it's going bad, he was a DEI hire. Who knows who the DEI hire is?
I think that's a great example. I think when it comes to that in particular, specifically when it comes to voting, right? I would pay attention, me personally, I would pay attention to the testimonies of the people that voted for him, that put him in that position. Mm-hmm. Why did you vote for this person? Is it DEI? You ain't base it off his merits. You didn't base it off what he's accomplished previously. Base it off his skin color. And DEI is one of the main reasons.
But that's voted though. That's different.
But I'm saying the reason why. The reason why is the difference.
I can almost assume that most people would vote, especially that first go around, right? People would voted Donald Trump because he was white, male,
and
period. You know what I'm saying? So then that makes him a DEI.
Are you asking or telling?
No, I'm just saying that does. Based off that, you know what I'm saying? We're saying, we voted Brandon Johnson because he was black, Barack Obama because he's black. That's DEI. Well, most white people are going to vote white because Donald Trump or whoever the fuck is white. So does that make them? Yeah, that makes them a DEI.
Oh, okay, I get what you're coming from. I get you.
I agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying. We never know who's a DEI. Who's behind the scene? Who's keeping tally? Where's the statistics? Who's DEI?
Take Malika Andrews, for example.
Mm-hmm.
DEI or no?
ESPN, right?
Mm-hmm. Sports analyst.
Yeah, probably DEI. Right, but where does it say that at, though? Because we can I'm more than likely she's a cute face, so you're going to have people tuning in because she's a cute face. She's also kind of, even though she...
Will Molly be a DEI?
Molly been around for Molly Kiram?
Yeah.
She was around before Malika, so I don't really know. I
I
don't know how long this DEI shit kind of fairly new.
And
that's
part of what I'm getting at too. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait for you.
No, I was just gonna say is that, but Molly, depending on how people look, but another cute face. You got these cute faces. I can see the ESPN trying to capitalize on that. It's like it's not like you got a DEI and what I'm saying, this bitch Whoopi Goldberg. I'm just saying, like, to be frank, like, people, when men pay attention to stuff, a lot of men is just gonna pay attention to, oh, she pretty, and just zoom in on that.
And right.
So you get men to subscribe or to whatever just because she's pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like they kind of forget about who playing who, or we're not even paying attention to her talk about no sports.
Just staring at her while she's talking.
Taylor Rooks is another one. Even though Taylor Rooks is
great, she's
better than them.
Yeah, she's way better than them.
She's better than them, but she's also a cute face.
She's great at what she do.
Right.
So that's where I brought her up, because is it because of the amount of information and the conversation that they can have for whatever sports, basketball, football in particular, or did she get in those positions because they're a pretty face?
So what about Candace Parker? You start naming all
Candace Parker actually pretty. She just got that.
Like, because I mean, if like JVD just said, if these weren't women that were lesser attractive on the scale,
yeah,
they wouldn't get the job.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have more attractive women.
But some of them, and I'm not gonna say all. Some are really good at what they do. Like we say, Taylor Rooks. Yeah. Taylor Rooks is really good at what she do. If you have a poll, it's a few of them that's really good at what they do.
Yeah, and I
what's the tall bald head chick or low cut chick?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name, but she hooped too.
Yeah,
she used to hoop too.
She fairly solid. There's
you got Joy Taylor.
Yeah. So I'm not saying necessarily that you're pretty, but pretty help
you get to where you need to go.
Right, you're going to get the views off the dribble because
you're pretty.
Mm-hmm. She pretty and she know what she talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes you get she pretty, she don't know what the fuck she talking about.
Which is a few of them. Because I know a lot of people that do not like, what's the one you said, the first one?
Malika Andrews.
A lot of people, because I'm one of the ones that I don't have nothing bad
Sage
to say
Steele.
about it.
Sage Steele was another one that really didn't know much, but she was a pretty face.
Yeah. And,
I don't know these people.
Sage Steele.
Oh, that's Sage Steele right there.
Okay.
She's not with the ESPN no more, though.
Yeah, no,
she totally went wherever she went.
Okay, go ahead. I'm trying to pull something up.
I forgot, I lost my point. What I was
saying.
No, it's cool.
No, because I saw on. I wonder if I can even pull it up while we on the whim, but it was Michael Strahan when he used to host. What was it? Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Let me see. Michael. I don't even know how to spell it. Strahan.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Let's see. Let's see. Well, I'm not gonna be able to pull it up at. Oh no, I think this is it.
What happened? They was arguing.
Oh, they was talking about the half sack.
We don't celebrate.
So let's see. Pull it up.
Yeah, she didn't know what the half sack was.
Okay. I ain't never seen this
Halloween,
before,
but we will use it as an excuse to cover some frightful stories.
This is Halloween. This is my first time.
Halloween is tomorrow, so it's almost time for me to stop the Rogue series and return to normal, kind, calm. This is one such situation. Michael Strahan made time for this today.
He just broke this record in 1 year, and that's surprising because usually these sack records
slow down, my bad. So 1.5.
hold for a really long time. So I just always feel like I'm telling you this. I wish it would sink in.
You're always schooling me on sports. I'm curious though. How do you get a half a sack? Thank you. And for those who don't know, that's when two people hit the quarterback at the same time. You split the sack.
Look at her. She thought that was one night. Anyway.
She didn't know what she was talking about, but she had a pretty face.
But you know another thing too, though? If he would have never explained to her and left that cliffhanger like that, I guarantee
they would have went off on him.
Nope. Yeah, you're right. And they would have been pulled in the office about that. Like, why did you do her like that?
Yeah.
So he had to let the laughs go ahead and get out like it's a joke. But then now he got to explain it to her in a nice, firm, soft way.
Mm-hmm.
Naps and Beauty, what's good? How you doing? How you
Sister
doing?
every day, what's going on?
What's happening?
But yeah, that's so. As far as it, I think just a blanket state. I don't know how you would actually practice that. I don't know how you would actually practice the ending of DEI or even with affirmative action. Like you could put on paper and tell people to stop putting people in position based off of how their physical traits and how they look. But what's the practice of it? How do you know? Do you look at are you now going to say, okay, it's okay for this place to have all white people at their establishment? It's okay for this place to have all Indian people, all Arabian people, because these are the people that's, and then how do we, on top of that too, I think also within the DEI conversation, we're telling people who and who not to hire.
But go ahead.
Like, why can't, okay, you if you think that, not you in particular, but if someone thinks that this is a DEI situation or they're excluding me because I don't look like them, then why find, like, there's ample opportunities for any and everything that's going on out here.
So what about like police? So quite often in many situations where you have police that don't look like the community that police, areas that's not, predominantly white. So, but you'll have a lot of, white police officers. They're patrolling the black neighborhoods and don't have any black cops. I think that's a situation where DEI or whatever it is called, like, is you should have the people that that looks like the community.
Police in the
community, so you can build a rapport there, because it's going to be somebody who lives out in, again, we're talking about Chicago. Most police live either on the northwest side, far up northwest, or they live out south on the southwest side in Mount Greenwood or something like that. So, but you stay in these areas far away from the places that you're patrolling. So it becomes kind of difficult for that police officer to build a rapport with the community.
That sounds like what we were talking about the other day when we were talking about the California fires, and that fire chief said people are going to feel more comfortable with people that look like them in these situations.
You're talking about, well, I think it's the difference between fire
and saving somebody
and policing.
Regardless, if there's a situation where a police officer is called and gets involved in a situation, are you looking like, okay, this person isn't black, so they're not going to understand me? Or
there's a difference between calling and policing. So if you're policing, is just simple patrolling, right? Those police don't get out and talk and have those conversations with the. I don't know how long you've lived in the city. I've lived in the city a good bulk of my life. So what I'm saying is that you can tell the difference between white officers and black officers. Black officers.
Miss Mary, you cooking them pies again? It smell good over here.
Right.
A white officer, hey, how you doing? And keep walking.
I mean, in Hispanic neighborhoods, they got Hispanic cops. In white neighborhoods, they got white cops, but they don't have black cops. Why in the black neighborhoods you have black cops, but you still majority have white cops?
Isn't there more to it than just that, though? Like, what about people that aren't black, people that aren't applying to be police officers?
Well, why aren't you putting the black ones in the white neighborhood?
Well, that I don't know statistics about that either way.
Right, no, I'm saying, to answer your question, there's clearly black people putting in to be police officers. My daughter goes to school right next door to the police academy. So you can see them. You clearly see them. They're in there. They're doing it. What I'm saying is they're not putting the black cops up north in the white neighborhoods. They're putting them more so in the Hispanic, kind of the bridge neighborhoods or whatever, where you can kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of mixed or whatever.
Black and brown.
Yeah, black and brown. They'll have them downtown and stuff. But I'm just saying, they do have them in the black community, but they don't have them where it's like 100% white on the north side. Where it's 100% white people up there, all the cops is white.
Mm-hmm.
Why not all the cops be black over here?
It sounds like they're giving you what you want, but then it's still not good enough, because if the black people aren't in the white neighborhoods, then they're in the black neighborhoods. If the black officers aren't in the white neighborhoods, then the black officers are in the black and brown neighborhoods, right?
No, I mean, when I say they're also downtown, so a lot of times you do have officers that are black. They're kind of in that little mixed area. But what I'm saying is, you still have more white people or white cops in the black neighborhoods.
So if they
patrolling,
right, and I'm trying to mind this. I hear what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing by any means. I'm just thinking about the practice of it, right? So if they send the black officers to the white neighborhoods, then that means there's going to be white white officers in the black neighborhoods.
Right, but right now you rarely have black cops in the white neighborhoods. So why do you have white cops in the black neighborhoods?
I think I perfectly, like I said, I 100% agree with you. I'm not arguing against what you're saying at all. I think there's more factors into it than just placement.
Well, no, what I'm saying is the reason why you get a DEI in certain situations is because if you have all white people that put in for cops, right, then we can spread them out throughout the city, and then the black people who may qualify, because my thing is you don't know who qualifies and who doesn't, right? So if I run if I run, the mile in, I don't know, this is one, but if I run the mile in 7 minutes and you run the mile in 7 minutes, what's going to give you, what gives you precedence to get the position over me?
Other things.
No, I'm just all things being equal, right? Let's say all things being equal, right? I'm just saying, because there's other things that, all things being equal, right? You get a 95, I'll score a 95, because that's a situation that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how people slice it. Like, yeah. But
Will, what's good, bro?
Will, what's happening?
What's happening, Will?
All things being equal, if we do everything basically exactly the same, what's going to get you the job more than me?
Additional merits.
And
if we're talking with the diminishing of DEI, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like as if DEI wasn't a factor.
Yeah.
Then it would be additional merits. For instance, we say all the time that no two people are the same. So then no two people's accomplishments are 100% the same, right? So if we scored these two people that I'm looking at to hire for this job, they both scored ran a mile in 7 minutes. Okay, what other factors about them individually might make either one of them stick out better to be a hire for this company?
Right. So give me an example.
So
any company, anything you can think about.
You score. Okay, you ran hypothetically. You ran we both ran a 7
Will said a white
minute.
sounding name. That would probably be me.
I'd
get it.
Right?
I'm damn sure ain't getting it, boy.
Right? So that's what other things like Will said a white sounding name.
Well, then who does that benefit then? If all things being equal and you have a white sounding name and the other applicant has a him sounding name.
Him sounding name is crazy.
Who would benefit? If it was like, oh well, he gets it because he got the white sounding name.
Okay, but as it pertains to DEI,
that's not merit. But that's not merit.
But
based off name.
Well, I mean, that's why I say like there would be other things, right? So that's a one up. But if he has his name,
he went to the same university as the person who's hiring.
Degrees, right? I get a degree in African American studies.
Okay.
He got a degree in business administration. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we got
So, but what the hell does that got to do with policing?
No,
because you're trying to figure out what is the difference. What would make one person stand out
But that's still, but just because I got a business degree don't mean I'll be a better police officer though.
But we kind of took the policing out of it.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
We're talking about like being hired for a job in general. What would make one person stand out from the next?
I got you.
I mean, I think the truth of the matter is that it's not always going to be on merit. It's going to be a filling situation, and who the hiring person is more comfortable with, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously, most people are more comfortable with somebody that look like them. Yeah, this is why people live around the people they live with. This is why people hang around the people they hang with, and so on and so forth. So I think when it comes, sometimes you still have to have certain parameters and stuff and things in place, kind of like a check and balance, because shit will get out of hand. All police officers will be white. This is why most of the fire department is white. Not that nobody's black is not putting in for it.
But are black people applying to be?
Absolutely, they are.
And they're getting denied because they're black?
You can't technically say that. Otherwise, it'd be
discrimination.
It'll be a discrimination. How could you prove discrimination?
Well, at least at the very least, you can go off of the fact that, okay, why is there such a race deficit?
Well, you got to prove that. You're the one with the suit. You got to prove that. If I put in versus Maul put in and we had our names on there, who's going to get pulled?
It's tough for me to...
Joshua. My bad. My bad. But the every day is going to get pulled.
Right. It's fine. It's okay.
but both of y'all check black. on the race card, right? On the race question. So
what I'm okay. If I were not to check black, if I were to check other, you have the possibility to do that. I were to check other, he check black.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Who's gonna get it based off name? With all things being equal.
You
man.
up there too, brother.
Who?
Your name.
Me? Oh.
You probably go in front of yeah. You probably go in front of what's called.
They got a whole arena. People on the
They gonna think he the owner.
Yeah. Only thing is that last name. That's always questionable. It's like,
Yeah, I've seen that on both ends.
But no, he gonna go until his like birthday come up. They're gonna be like, oh, you not him.
Be humble going on me in the chat. He's saying some funny stuff. Let's see. He said Spaces wants an all white company and country. Don't let Spaces start a business. He's gonna have all whites. Be humble said if
I'm
y'all
the leader of the whites.
You 25%.
If y'all make it big, Spaces going solo.
He's doing that anyway. We still gonna have a no key, but he gonna go do his own thing. He gonna for sure that.
Yeah, he can't wait.
Me and Jerry Day is not leaving what we doing. We are not stopping this doing.
He goddamn me, David Ruffin.
Yeah, we gonna still have this, but he gonna have his own separate thing that he gonna do too, for sure. Because we not gonna talk about all that shit they talking about.
He Bobby Brown.
Yeah, facts.
Or Bobby Light.
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby White. There we go.
Not Bobby Brown. No, Bobby Beige.
Bobby Beige. Bobby Blue Blank. Go ahead.
Let's see. He said most companies don't come from the communities they serve in. Be humble said, I sent y'all a video on Instagram. Is that true about Chicago? We'll check it out in a minute. We might make that a segment. We'll see.
Yeah.
Will said, on a more serious note, that's what the interview is for, right? To see if their personality fits the company.
Mm-hmm.
Be humble said, it's almost impossible to prove discrimination as I worked in EEO. What's EEO? EEO?
Look, directly like, nigga, how you know I ain't know?
Yeah.
Fuck wrong with you? Fuck wrong with you, man?
That wasn't it. That's just where my head went. What's
EEO? What's that? Fuck out of here.
The EEOC, is that the same? No, okay, yeah. I know. All right, EEO.
Equal Opportunity Employment.
All right, EEOC, I've heard
Equal
it like that.
Opportunity. You have to have receipts like you have to have emails, he said. Bobby White. Cultivate said, I'm David Ruffin. Cultivate said, just call Spaces Flash. Oh, man. Sheesh. This got to be our longest.
I ain't mean for it to go like that, though.
Because that's a real big conversation, but welcome to another episode of your favorite.